over the years. The new FIGS software is probably the most difficult that he's ever tackled. We've been working on it about 3 months, and we thought we'd have it done middle of October at the latest, but we just kept coming up with refinements that made the selection process more accurate. So while it's a little late, the work has been well worth it. FIGS originally is a discovery, actually a development or creation by a fellow named Robert Sin, who was kind of an early computer quote genius, engineer, horse owner, breeder, and he created a formula, what he called the FIGS formula, that breaks down pace. Again, we keep saying we haven't seen, thought we've seen everything, and then we see something new. Something we just, again, haven't seen done before, but it's so darned effective. And again, this is something that you would not want to do by longhand. There is a longhand version, but it would take you probably a day to do a race card. It's that difficult. So obviously it has to be on software for it to work. And basically, the whole premise of FIGS was how fast can your horse or will your horse run today? And all of the projections in the FIGS formula point exactly to that. In other words, it's exactly trying to project how fast your horse will run today. And again, it can't take into effect what trouble may occur, late scratches, stuff like that. But overall, again, from a speed standpoint, it does an excellent job. And it comes up with ridiculously priced horses, as we'll show you shortly, that win or hit the board. And basically, we call it hidden speed, that it's projecting, it's finding horses that have shown characteristics. And again, hidden speed, one of the fellows that had tests for us, Tim in Las Vegas, he said he thought hidden speed was an advertising gimmick, but when he took a look at the program, he said basically, yeah, that's basically what's happening here. He says nobody in their right mind would come up with some of the horses that FIGS does. And so basically the program itself, again, was very difficult to program. Here's just some of the parts of the coding that Len had to do for the actual speed rating. This particular area, this just shows you basically how Robert Sin measured speed. And again, I don't understand any of this, and you don't need to understand any of it. Just know that it's in the software and it's working. Now, the fella, Ron Stabile, who authored the Secret Flat software, he put in a supplement to FIGS. While FIGS is primarily speed, Ron put in values for pace, class, speed, his speed, and consistency. And when you add these two together, it really makes for a remarkable selection program, because Ron's, what he calls his PCSP, again, pace, class, speed, consistency, is profitable on its own, and the speed ratings, when you're using the best bets, the best plays, is also profitable. So when you combine them, you've really got something great. Ron tells us in a way he used his supplement along with the FIGS speed. Depending on the track, he had win rates of 36 to 45%. And again, those are the best horses, what we call power horses. And again, some of the exactas, the trifecta boxes, are just insane, as I'll show you shortly. And for the best bets, the FIGS best bets, which come up in the program as power horses, run third at least 84% of the time. So you have a very high show percentage as well. Basically, the formula itself, the FIGS formula, has several different elements in it. It's got total pace values for every distance up to 1 mile and 16. After 1 mile and 16, it gets kind of tricky. So we notice 1 mile and an eighth, 1.25 mile races just did not do nearly as well as the shorter distances. So basically, it covers 5.5 furlongs up to 1 mile and 16. Also normalized pace values which adjusts to the track and distance, final speed, and the final speed column also looks for big minus or plus track variance. We use the DRF, which is in the BrisNet file, track variant, and if it's a very high or very low track, a very big minus or very big plus, then it will adjust that. Also, there's a FIGS pace value, which is a final adjustment. Again, don't ask me to explain this thoroughly because it's very mathematical. Len knows about it, but all I know is that it seems to work very well. And we've also got class in there considering looking at a horse and how he's performed at or about today's class level or higher at consistency and jockey and trainer. Also, there's a little section on the website here that'll tell you why the FIGS speed form ratings are why they're superior to the daily racing form. And a pretty simple explanation, but it makes perfect sense if you want to take a look at it. And it didn't seem to matter what track we tested. These, regardless of the distance, again, up to 1.16 miles, or the dirt or turf, or whether it was Remington Park or Belmont Park or Gulfstream, this seemed to do very well everywhere we tested it. Here's an example of what the software screen looks like. Basically, we've got what's called the FIGS Power Horse, which is the best bet. When a horse comes up in that box, it's a very solid horse. And if it's the favorite, it's got a very high 40% plus win percentage. The FIGS leader, okay, again, back to the power horse. In the total column here, to be a FIGS power horse, it has to have at least a 55-point advantage. As you can see, this horse only had a 3-point advantage, and it shows up in the FIGS leader as the top total horse. And these horses is where you're going to get some of your best prices. This horse, for example, paid $28.60, was 15 to 1 on the morning line. And this is a more typical FIGS hit. Average mutual is actually in the $9 range. So it's not unusual to get $15, $17, $21 horses, and you'll also get $4, $5 horses. But again, this is a very typical hit. Also in situations, this horse has the only numbers in the race. This is the only horse that computed with numbers. And this is a strong betting situation. He paid $15.80 here again. So now the next two are examples of what this program's capable of. Again, stuff like this isn't going to happen all the time, but it happens. And the fact that it happens more frequently than you think just tells you, that it's, as we say, a strong testament to the selection power of FIGS. Here we have situations where we have an exacta box, budget exacta, which is 3 horses. Then in the super trifecta and exacta box down here, it can be 4 to 5 horses. But it's fairly safe to use this 5-horse bet when you've got bigger fields and some good prices in those 5. Here, for example, the winner paid $45.20, and then the second horse he ran 38 to 1, and the exacta paid $935. That's $2 exacta, $935. And again, these horses, if you looked at the racing form, you'd have thrown both of these horses out, but the program saw something that it liked and put these horses in the equation. Here's another one. This is Mountaineer, where the exacta box, if you use the 5-horse exacta trifecta box, you've got back $731. The winner, the number 7 horse, paid $99. So here again, it's a program that's picking a $99 horse, seeing something in a $99 horse. So again, you can see that this program is capable of doing some rather amazing things. And we've got several other examples. Here's another one with $773 trifecta. And here's a nice one. And this situation comes up every once in a while where there's only one positive total and all the other horses have either 0 or minus totals, negative totals. When that situation comes up, it's a strong situation. This horse paid $46.20. So yeah, again, we have several examples on the website. You can take a look at all of them. Like we said, big tracks, small tracks, doesn't really matter. It seems to work everywhere. And again, overall average mutual, I think, was $9.10. Here's another situation where, again, trifecta came back at $480. Here's a little race where the favorite was Miss Vicky, picked by FIGS leader, but the horse won was 30-1. And in this little 3-horse exacta box, you got back 290-420. So, and again, this is a program that has done very well in the Breeders' Cup. It seems to do better overall in allowance races, stakes races, handicapped races. But again, it's good in just about every situation. We've got it priced. It's going to be $193 when we do the full promotion. But if you can get it for $138 if you order in the next 14 days. Remember, we do have a 3-payment program as well if you want to do that. So give us a call, 1-800-696-0067, or visit our website. Thank you so much.